Sebastian Vettel Martinez, MMA Nit, here with Miesha Tate, who faces Sara McMann at UFC 183. So, Miesha, you're facing a pretty high-profile opponent, you know, Olympic wrestler, ex-title challenger, and potentially this could make you just rise in the rankings big time. How do you look at this matchup on Saturday night?
Well, I think it's a really tough matchup for me, honestly. I'm not going to lie. I think that stylistically she presents some of the most problems for me, but likewise, I think that I present some of the most problems for her, and I think I'm one of her most difficult style matchups, period. So I know that I have the edge in the striking, and I definitely believe I have the edge in the grappling, and if we were wearing wrestling singlets and just doing a wrestling match, she probably would definitely have the edge in the wrestling, but it's different when you're getting punched in the face, and it's different when you're being threatened of getting choked out or whatnot, you know. So I offer a lot of other elements that make my argument as to why my wrestling could match hers in an MMA fight, you know. So the other tools that compound with the wrestling that I already have, I feel like it's much more of an equalizer.
Would you say that your striking is perhaps your biggest advantage in this fight?
I think that my striking is my biggest advantage because I think it's where she is the least comfortable. I think that even if it was to go to the ground and let's say she was in a compromising position, I still feel like she would be more comfortable there than she would be getting hit on the feet, if that makes any sense.
Well, interesting enough, I just spoke with her, and she actually felt that she has the advantage in the striking because she's been training with Phil Nurse and been working on that a lot. Do you think that's maybe just, you know, for show, or?
I think that's her coaches telling her that she has the, you know, the advantage in the striking. I know that, you know, she might be able to hit mitts really well. She might look good on that, but there's something instinctually that when she gets hit in a fight, she doesn't want to be there, and I can see it. I've watched it in the footage, and, you know, her coaches were telling her in her fight with Lauren Murphy that, you know, hey, you can stand up and strike if you want to. You can do that in between rounds, and she was like, yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to do that, you know. So it just, you know, I know that she's not that comfortable there.
Like I said, this is a pretty high-profile fight, and you previously, in a recent interview, went out and said that you are the one who has the tools to defeat Ronda Rousey. Do you think that a win against McMann could give you perhaps a chance at a trilogy?
Perhaps, but I think that the UFC is going to want me to fight one more fight and be on a 4-fight win streak so that I have a very strong argument as to why, you know. So, and I'm okay with that. I'm all right with earning my shot back at the title. I don't want anyone to give me any gifts or anything like that. So, yeah, I'm willing to put in the work and whatever it takes.
Now, if we flash back to last weekend, Anthony Johnson pulled off a bit of an upset, knocking out Alexander Gustafsson. So now he's going to challenge for the light heavyweight title. And I'm just wondering, what are your thoughts on that fight? And who you picked as a winner between Jones and Rumble?
Oh man, that is a really crazy fight. That is so hard to say because like, they just offer so many different strengths in the way that they're built in length and reach and everything. You know, it's always hard to go against a champion. I think that he's about as solid of a fighter as they come, but I think Anthony Rumble Johnson poses a great argument as to why he could beat the champion. So I wouldn't know who to pick in that fight, but I would be very excited to watch it.
So now you're a bit of a veteran in women's MMA. You're very popular with the fans, but I think judging by some of the sort of message boards and such, a lot of fans seem to be focusing more on your looks as opposed to your fighting. Does that bother you at all?
Well, I would hope that, you know, the looks would come secondary to the fighting, but you know, I realize sometimes that may not be the case, and you know, as long as they watch my fights and they respect me for my skill set, then I'm not gonna tell people what their preference should be. But you know, that's the way. In a perfect world, I'd like them to respect me for my fighting first, and looks as a bonus.
All right, well, just to round off here, then, you're fighting against McMann on Saturday night. How does it end?
Man, it's hard. I really think that she's going to be tough to put away, and I think I'm going to be tough to put away. But I think I have more tools to finish the fight. I think that if people were betting, you know, on the fight, they would say if Sara was going to win, it would be by a decision, and if I was going to win, it would be by a submission or by a knockout. So I have two potential ways to finish the fight. And you know, I think I could win a decision very easily as well. So I have more ways to win this fight, more tools to do that, and I don't know. That's what I'm going to do, whatever round it may be. I think she's going to be hard to put away in the first round, so probably a second or third round finish.